Hello everyone, Sulli-Ween here, and welcome to some more of Sulli-Ween. We all know the classic monsters of myths, books, and movies. Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, the Mummy, Invisible Man, Creature from Black Lagoon, Wolfman, and even witches, ghosts, goblins, zombies, dragons, Bigfoot, Loch Ness, and other vampires and werewolves. But along comes a movie that has them all under one roof. Literally. And it simply happens to be Hotel Transylvania. The movie's directed by Genndy Tartakovsky, who's best known for creating Dexter's Laboratory and Samurai Jack for Cartoon Network, as well as directing the Star Wars Clone Wars miniseries. In 1895, Dracula has built a place called Hotel Transylvania, specifically designed for all kinds of monsters, the classic ones mostly, and to keep humans from getting in. Years later, his daughter Mavis is about to be 118 years old, and Dracula is preparing a party for her, despite that she wants to go out exploring the hotel and wants to discover the human world. But when a young man named Johann enters the hotel, Dracula disguises him as a monster and tries to keep him under control and away from Mavis before he's discovered. When I first saw this film, I saw it passed on as an average kid's film, but when seeing it again, it's actually a little better than I thought it was. And what made it so is really the animation and the characters. The fluent speed of it all is certainly on par with Warner Brothers like Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, and Animaniacs. It's all very fast and crazy, yet easy to catch at 1 second to see what's happening. As for the characters, they're pretty fun. They have personalities that nobody expects coming from monsters such as these. They're all likable, have nice designs, and have good actors voicing them. And speaking of actors, let's go over the main lead Dracula and the actor who voiced him, Adam Sandler. Back in the late 90s, Sandler was very well known, having done various characters and songs for Saturday Night Live and starring in several hit films like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. But when he founded his motion picture company, Happy Madison Productions, critics and audiences began hating his work, as well as movies he didn't star in. Sure, he's done a few dramatic roles once in a while, but for the most part, there's just nothing but bad comedies from him. But in voicing Dracula for this film that's not from Happy Madison, it's really not that bad of a performance from him. It's actually quite good. Hearing him do that classic accent makes him appealing, and he's both funny and serious in this. Too bad the film itself and its sequel were panned by critics, because I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Well, there is one issue I have with it, and it's a bit of a nitpick. And that is with the daddy's little girl trope. Okay, with this one, it makes a little sense in that Dracula mostly built the hotel to keep Mavis safe. But this cliché is just tiresome for me. I mean, Dracula always assumes that humans are bad, but 118 years has passed, and he never thinks to keep track of how humans look at monsters nowadays until near the end. And the fact that he built this place for his own needs is just not worth it, and could lead to an entire wasted life for Mavis, from childhood to the teen years. It's basically a similar trope used in Tangled. But with that film, Mother Gothel is the villain and keeps Rapunzel safe from harm, but mostly for her own selfish needs and desires. But here, Dracula's the hero, and there's no need to keep Mavis hidden away when years have gone by, times have changed, and every human isn't afraid of or off to kill them. Which reminds me. Wow. If this movie came out a year later, then it would have been perfect! But still doesn't make up for the trope. And the all-star cast of actors voice the characters really good. Adam Sandler voices Dracula, Andy Samberg voices Jonathan, Selena Gomez voices Mavis, Kevin James voices Frankenstein, Fran Drescher voices Eunice, Steve Buscemi voices Wayne, Molly Shannon voices Wanda, David Spade voices Griffin, and CeeLo Green voices Murray. As a whole, this movie is pretty fun. The characters are very good, the story is interesting, and the animation is very fun. Director Genndy Tartakovsky has done a very good job at presenting an idea that really speaks for itself, but its energetic animation and fun characters are what makes it immensely entertaining and delightful. Sure, the daddy's little girl trope's been done to death and one or two jokes tend to fall flat, but they're mainly nitpicks for an otherwise funny and out there film. It's all chaotic, but in the right ways. So today, This movie will be given a rating of 3 stars. So thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook or Twitter, and tune in next week for more of Sulli-Ween.